I worked night shift at a county jail for a little over 2 years, and we've had some weird ass things happen. A lot of the staff and inmates believed the jail was just straight haunted or had a presence. The stories were pretty interesting, and sometimes I'd see something weird or hear a weird noise. A lot of the noises I would often write off as just an inmate yelling or doing something stupid. It is a jail after all. There's a couple of moments I've had a hard time explaining, though. One night after we locked all the inmates down, me and another officer went and chilled in the tower. This is where all the video monitors are located. Outside the tower is a slim hallway that circles the tower. The pod, where inmates stay, doors are secured, and only one way to get through these doors is by someone opening the door in the tower. Anyways, my buddy and I were chilling in the tower, just talking about random shit. If someone isn't brought in at night, the hours are pretty slow. Then something slams against the tower door. Both of us nearly jump out of our seats. The thud shook the walls of the tower. The first thing we think is that an inmate somehow escaped their cell and got through their pod door. Our only other coworker was sitting in the booking area we could see with the camera. It was the only plausible thought. We both jumped out and pulled out our tasers. We opened the door and nothing was there. I took off down one side of the hall while my partner took the other. We both ran around the hall and met each other on the other side. We looked around and there was no sign of anyone else. All pod and cell doors secured. We both walked back into the tower and stared at each other. It was way too loud and forceful to be an inmate kicking their cell door. We talked about it several times and tried to think of ways to debunk it, but we couldn't. At the time, we were both scared shitless. So, fuck that night. I worked for a company that provides patrol services in Portland, Oregon. Since I've recently left that company, I've decided to share some stories from my time working there. In between responding to calls for service, we would provide lockup services for clients. That means we would show up and lock the offices, gates, pools, or whatever they wanted locked. On this particular night, I had been on the job for only a few months. I was in a very affluent area called Lake Oswego, performing a property patrol of one of the many apartment complexes there. Well, this specific apartment has a pool house that they like us to lock up after 1 a.m. It was about 12:45, so I decided to lock up early since I was leaving the area after this patrol. I go inside and sweep the pool house. It looks like it does every day, nothing particularly out of the ordinary. I had always gotten creepy vibes inside of that pool house though. I never felt as if I was alone, and I'd always encounter cold spots. My supervisor reported having the same issue on several occasions. Anyhow, everything looks business as usual. There is no water outside of the tub, no spare towels left lying around, the chairs and tables are all in order. I go check the side door and find it secured. I go back to secure the main door, and as I'm doing so, I hear the water move. I then heard 2 quick footsteps like wet socks squish when you walk in them, and felt something tap my shoulder. I jumped and turned around with the crap scared out of me because I thought I was alone, and there was nobody there. All I saw were 2 fresh prints of bare feet on the concrete floor. Throughout the following months, I told my story to residents and showed them the pictures. I had a few that reported similar instances of things happening to them. One resident said that on one occasion he was drying off after getting out of the hot tub on a late night. He was alone in the pool house when suddenly there was a huge splash in the pool as if somebody had jumped in the pool, but he was alone and had no idea what caused it. I never personally had any issues after that besides the feeling of being watched and cold spots in the pool house. Definitely one of the spookiest things to ever happen to me. Just real quick, before the video ends, I just wanted to say, again, thank you for 200 subscribers, and also go subscribe to my gaming channel, Storm42K. Link will be down in the description, and yeah. This is the end of the video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.